Hey friends. So, with math, we have been talking a lot about graphs, and I think graphs are kind of fun. It's a really different way to do math, and it's just not the same old minus and plus, and you know, a little change from doing story problems too. So, I think it's been kind of fun. So, we're going to look at a graph today, and I had to look back in my notebook and see what my first graders said last year because I didn't have you all together today to be able to ask everybody at once. So, the title of this graph was Favorite Seasons. So, I asked them to raise their hand. But before we did that, and then they had to vote. But before we did that, I had to tell them, all right, think about fall. Do you like that season where it's getting a little cooler? We start school again. The leaves are changing colors. It's very pretty outside. So they thought about that. And then I said, is your favorite season winter? When there's snow and you can slide and you can ice skate and you can make a snowman. There's a lot of things you can do outside in the winter. So it's kind of cool. Springtime, when it's getting nice out again, like right now. The snow is melting, it's getting warmer. So they have to think about that. And then summertime, when you are out and it's a lot of times it's hot. A lot of times you're in the water or at a park or something like that. So I asked them and they voted which one was their favorite. And so 8 kids said fall, and 6 winter, and 9 spring, and 7 summer. So for this graph, I didn't color in and I didn't make a circle. This time, I just made an X. And that's an easy way to do it too, right? And so you can see that 8 here, 6 to here, then 9 all the way to here, and the 7 right to here. And so then I would ask you, by looking at that, who, what kind of season did my first graders last year like the most? And you could look at that graph and go, oh, the spring season goes the furthest. So that I can tell is the most. And I did write the numbers here. Fall, that was 8 kids, and 6 for winter, and 9 for spring, and 7 for summer. So I would know that 9 is the most because it's the greatest or the biggest number. Which season, if we look at that graph, does it look like the kids like the least? The smallest, the least, the fewest. All those things mean the same thing. 6, winter. And then if I look at the picture on the graph, I can tell that one just goes to here and all the other ones go past it. So winter was the fewest. And then I could ask, were there any that were equal? We know equal means the same, so no, none of them were equal. Well, what we're going to work on today is taking information from a graph and putting it on a table. Now, do you think I mean a table like that? Absolutely not. Or a table that you eat your food at, your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner? No, absolutely not. A table is a chart. Well, this is a chart. This is a very, very big chart. So a chart is can also look like this. And it's on paper. And it looks like that. And it has that information, the title, favorite season, table. So this is also a table. It has each one of the seasons that I did the graph for: fall, winter, spring, summer. And then over here it says number. So we're going to take what we looked at from my class last year and write it on this table here just by looking fall and counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I did write the number down there too. So for here, what they're asking us to do is just write the number 8 right in there. And then winter, we're going to look at the graph again winter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we could count there are 6. And like I said, I did write the number there too. Spring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's that number. So for spring, we're going to put 9 on the table. Summer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's that number 7. So we can take information from a graph and put it on a chart or a table. Okay, not a table that you eat at. Nope, 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 no. And something you're going to be working on your own today. So you'll need to look at this because you are not going to have this graph at your house from my class last year, no. But down here, you're going to work on this your own. We're going to make a table from this picture graph, which is not about the seasons, but it's about instruments. There are horns, violins, drums, and guitars. And the way that we fill in the table from this graph is to come over here and start to write the names of the instruments. So the first instrument we see are horns. We're going to write horns or just horn right here. And then we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. And the number is 4. And then we're going to write violins and we're going to count them and write that there. And then we're going to count drums and write it here and put the number, and guitars down here, and we'll count them and we'll put the number. And we're going to take the information from the graph and put it onto a table or a chart. Okay? So that is what you are going to work on and finish up yourself today. Remember, this part we had to do together because you were not with my class last year. And that is your job for today.